Tell that to the Maldives. Their president is spoiling for confrontation. First, he picked a fight with India, and now he's hosting Chinese research vessels, aka spy ships. It's now been confirmed by Male. We've been hearing some chatter about such a vessel, but most of it was from open source data. Today, though, Male came clean. The vessel in question is this one, the Xiang Yang Hong 03. Last we checked, it's near Indonesia. The ship is expected to reach Male around the 8th of February. And what will it do there? Here's what the Maldivian government says. A request was made by China to make a port call for rotation of personnel and replenishment. The vessel would not be conducting any research while in Maldivian waters. That's the message from Male. No research, just a port call. That's what they're saying. I guess we'll have to believe them. Having said that, two concerns still remain. One, why now? You've just picked a fight with India. You've asked Indian soldiers to leave your country, and days later you host a Chinese vessel. Surely that's a message. And concern number two, such vessels often have dual use, meaning they can do a lot more than just research. Both India and the US believe they can also spy, maybe snoop on Indian assets or gain information on Indian deployments. We can't rule it out because these ships have powerful surveillance gadgets and radars on board, which is why India has objected to such voyages. In 2019, New Delhi expelled a Chinese research ship from its EEZ. EEZ stands for Exclusive Economic Zone. Think of it as extended territorial waters. India also objected to such voyages in Sri Lanka. Since 2022, two Chinese spy ships had docked in Sri Lanka. New Delhi objected both times. Then last year, another request was made. A Chinese ship wanted to dock in January. This time, Sri Lanka said no. In fact, they banned all research voyages for 1 year. But can you guess the name of that ship, the ship that wanted to dock in Sri Lanka? Xiang Yang Hong 03, the same ship that is now heading to the Maldives. It was built back in 2016. It is registered in the port city of Xiamen. The ship is around 100 meters long, 18 meters wide, and it can carry up to 4,800 tons. How is India reacting to this voyage? Reports say the Indian Navy is tracking the ship. It is well aware of the voyage. As for the political response, you can guess. India objected to the same ship docking in Sri Lanka, so the port call in Male is no different. The question is, what happens next? I'm afraid it's a waiting game. Maybe there won't be any research or spying this time. But what about the next time? What if more voyages follow? That's what happened in Sri Lanka too. But in Colombo, the leadership was mature enough to strike a balance. After a point, they said no. Can the leadership in Male do that? The indications are not good. Last month, the Maldivian government announced a big decision. They're cancelling a hydrography pact with India. It's basically a water survey agreement. India and the Maldives would jointly study the seabed. That was the pact. It was up for renewal this year, but President Mohammad Muizzu has said he will not renew it. So do you see the message here? First, Male cancels a survey pact with India, then a Chinese survey ship heads to the Maldives. So the concern is real. Whether it escalates or not is up to Male. We talked about the maturity of leadership in Sri Lanka, but that maturity came at a cost. It took a raging political and economic crisis for Colombo to course correct, to realize the Chinese threat. Hopefully the Maldives will do better.